symbols on the ice cream.
Douglas, what flavor are you going to
Oh,
get?
I'm thinking the wilderness trip.
I'm going to have the cave. Yeah?
The cave.
Is that the one with the espresso? Because I need some...
Yeah, I would love some espresso too.
And I'm telling you that we're having ice cream before breakfast.
Yeah, this is breakfast. I gotta work later.
You weren't going to put any milk in your coffee because you didn't want to have any dairy. And then we go right to the ice cream.
Now go right to the ice cream. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This is the lavender.
What do you think?
Pretty tasty.
This is the wilderness trip. So now you're going to be tripping. We hope. In about 20 minutes.
Welcome to Seaview Circle, our recap podcast in which we review our favorite television shows and movies from the past, present, and possibly the future, all in service to discovering whether our viewing taste is highbrow or lowbrow. And in case you missed it, our current brow meter score is 2.97, which is out of 5.
Right. So
that's not bad.
That's overall, of all the things that we've reviewed so far, which was a bunch of movies. I don't know if you caught that episode. And then also multiple seasons of Knots Landing. And of course, Yellowjackets.
I gotta tell you, I'm getting very excited because of all the social media posts that I'm seeing, like photographs of like behind the scenes, who the new cast members might be.
Right.
There's a lot of chatter going on.
Yes, and possible theories that we could discuss. Now, if you've been watching our most recent Yellowjackets coverage, you know we've been doing a lot of studious work here on the clothing, right? We've been tracking the wardrobe from episode to episode of all the characters. You can catch that in our Whatcha Packin' Wardrobe Special series. We'll put a little link right there. And then, of course, we follow that up with our Extra Jackets Audit version 2.0.
That's his obsession, if you haven't
My
noticed.
obsession. And apparently the obsession of some other Yellowjackets fans out there as well. But again, all these episodes, to me, I started feeling a little bit like a professor in front of a classroom. And so we wanted to do something a little bit more fun. We wanted to do something a little bit more akin to recess this time. So we are going to play a game with you all, if you will engage with us in the comments below. We are going to play a round of Two Truths and a Lie. Now, where have we heard that before?
I think somewhere.
All right, well, our game is also going to be called The Yellowjackets Guide to Survival in the Wilderness. Do any of you know what this is? Have you guys seen this? I mean, if you are a huge fan of Yellowjackets, you have definitely seen this. This was a promo-only book that came out, was it last spring or summer,
Yeah,
right?
I think it was last spring, and it was, you know, when they were doing that pop-up Ozzy's ice cream van. I think it was in the Studio City or Sherman Oaks or something like that. And they did give away a little bit of swag. I think we missed out, though. I saw people with the hats. And I was very jealous.
Yeah.
Maybe they would have hired me for the day.
I know.
Big scoop out of
I know.
ice cream. Well, you know.
Now, at the time, we didn't really look through this too much because we had so much going on. So we thought we'd present to you a game of Two Truths and a Lie mixed with this book. It's all going to make sense in a second. But before we get to that, we do have a very special postcard from the Edge.
Ooh, I love this.
Okay, so I'm going to open this up here. This is from our friend over on Instagram and TikTok, and their name is Grr in Girl Designs. Like, you know, like who put the grr in Girl Designs, right? Okay, do you want to open this up and show what we got there?
Doug and Brady, I am so glad I found your podcast. The amount of research and thought you put into it is amazing. Plus, you seem like lovely people. Thank you so much for your support and help with getting the word out about my fan art.
Oh.
Thanks again, Hannah.
Hannah!
It's not the same last name as Hannah on the show.
That would be wild.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Hannah.
Well,
and now
let's-
we got a
let's
lot
see
of
what we
little
have
things
there.
to look in here. Oh, are you ready for
Oh
this?
my gosh.
This
I can't
is cool.
believe it.
It's very fitting right now for
this
this
is
room.
funny.
This should be added into the
Oh,
mix right now.
For sure.
I don't know if anybody's really looking at the backdrop.
I think she does a whole series of the playing cards, right, with all the different characters.
Very cool.
And we have Coach Ben here as the king. I love it. Do you see how he, on one side, he's all clean cut, and then on the other
Oh,
side...
he's the grizzly man.
Oh!
And you know what? That would be really nice framed. I think we better
I'm
pop that in.
gonna put this here for now, but it'll probably end up somewhere around there in the future.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Now
what
I got
else is
a
in
bunch
there?
of other little things here. Now this is the example of the smaller playing cards. So we've got a Jackie.
Ooh,
These are stickers.
These
are actually stickers. Javi.
Is it again like From Life to Death? Is that what we're seeing?
Yeah, I think so.
And he even has the drawing in his hand.
Okay,
oh
look
my
at me.
gosh.
Take this one.
Mari
Pit Girl.
And then the Pit Girl. Oh no.
And then, oh wait, this is so good. Okay, there's a couple more coming up. Jackie, and this is the Ghost.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this one with the hot chocolate. I saw that.
Now there's one more.
Look at that.
There's one more. You know, my personal favorite always. I'm going to put this like on my lapel. Can you see it? It's
Oh my
Misty
gosh.
Quigley, Citizen Detective.
If they have buttons, maybe on the Etsy shop, you should buy this, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
you should have that as a
probably.
button.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's more cards. Lottie.
Oh, Adult Lottie.
Adult Lottie.
Love it. Love to see it.
And we got...
Oh, it's a teen and Adult Lottie.
Teen
Oh my
and
gosh.
Adult Van.
Oh,
These are cool.
I'm going to cry.
Collect them all.
Collect them all. This
Collect
is
them
so
all.
great.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much, Hannah. This is
I feel
amazing.
very honored to receive these.
And right, and we're going to put the Etsy shop information on the bottom there, and I do think that you need to look to see if there's some sort of pin or badge. Now, if you would like to send us a message, you may do so. You can send us an email at seeviewcircle@gmail.com. That is SEEVIEW circle@gmail. And of course, you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok and Bluesky at seeviewcircle, right?
Yeah.
We're hoping that you also comment, like, and subscribe to this particular episode on Spotify or on YouTube.
Please, please, please.
And we do hope that you leave comments below as we get into our game. Shall we do that?
Let's go.
And just like Recess, we're not going to stay indoors for this. That's silly. We need to get out of this studio. So let's get out of this studio.
Let's hit the wilderness, shall we?
We shall. Wow, that was a quick trip up the mountain.
Yeah, it's like I just thought we were still in the studio.
Well, this is how this is going to work, okay? We're going to have 15 rounds of 2 truths and a lie. So in each round, we're going to give you 2 things that are true and 1 thing that is a lie, right? Now, where are all these facts coming from? Well, the majority of them are coming from the Yellowjackets Guide to Survival in the Wilderness. This is like a promo book that was given out towards the end of season 3 to entice Emmy voters to nominating this series. So it's full of a bunch of like little interviews with some of the, movers and shakers behind the scenes of Yellowjackets cast and crew. There's also some really cool like visual stuff. Like, look, they even
They actually have a physical card.
the Queen card that you can, I guess, play if you wanted to mar the book. But anyway, we also have some facts coming from reputable sources about how to actually survive in the wilderness. And then we also have
Unreputable
sources. That's our brains. Those are the lies that we made up. So it is your job to detect which one out of each of these rounds is the lie. And you can put them in the comments below. So shall we get started?
Yep, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, this is round 1. According to Natalie's map, the cabin is approximately 2.5 hours from the plane crash site. After the dimensions of the original pit shot in Mammoth, California for the pilot episode were lost, production designer Margot Reddy had to seriously consider just how deep that pit was so that she and her team could recreate it for season 3. The filming of the final scenes of The Hunt in season 3, episode 10 were rescheduled 9 days later until actual snowfall could help sell the matching scenes in the pilot. You can now purchase an oral medicine to accompany your next camping trip that can reduce the time to treatment of a rattlesnake bite from hours to minutes. Now it's time to vote in the comments below. Which one is a lie?
All right, now we're on to round 2. If you've been exposed to cold temperatures for several hours, drinking alcohols, like whiskey, is a quick way to increase and sustain body heat. Music supervisor Nora Felder found inspiration for a season 3 needle drop
in a Madagascan female-fronted rock band. Hilary Swank was offered the role of Melissa only 2 weeks before she was to report to set, and she received her first scripts only 4 days before the first shoot day. So Hilary made sure to connect with Jenna Burgess, young Melissa, to get a better sense of her character's relationships to Misty, Ty, Van, and Shauna. All right, so which one of those was the lie? Let us know in the comments.
Round 3. To give the Yellowjackets Season 3 village a lived-in look and show the passage of time, production designer Margot Reddy allowed Mother Nature to do her thing, keeping the fun huts uncovered even when not shooting, allowing rainstorms and foliage to organically weather the structures. Courtney Eaton described filming The Feast of Ben at night well into the wee hours of the morning as that special little sprinkle of madness that helped her and her fellow actors get to the darker, more feral, animalistic levels of their characters. If you find yourself lost in a forest without a compass, look for moss. Moss always grows facing the direction of north. Now tell us which one of these is a lie in the comments.
All right, now we are on to round 4. For his role as survivalist Kodiak, Joel McHale learned how to use a crossbow from actor Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl Dixon on The Walking Dead. Misty's recipe for mushroom soup suggests the leftover fat, flesh, and bones from previous meals, and that sacrificed teammates and soccer coaches are preferable, but not essential. Liv Hewson and Sophie Nélisse shared their thoughts about the change in tone from Season 3 after the horrors and setbacks of Season 2. By the time of the summer solstice rolls around, the remaining Yellowjackets are in a state of denial, thinking that everything is fine, even though they know that false sense of security is not sustainable. Okay, kids, which one is the lie? Let us know in the comments.
Round 5. After being stranded for 72 hours, the human body will start to consume its own fat. This can result in a loss of weight of up to 4 pounds a day. That's better than Manjaro. Hey, we got a little friend behind you. Since only about 50% of red berries are considered safe to eat, it's important to know your wild berries before relying on them for sustenance. The salmonberry, buffalo berry, and chokeberry are 3 wild berries to avoid due to their toxic compounds that may cause fatal side effects. Okay, there he is. Hi, baby. Okay, the Yellowjackets writers make a conscious attempt at the beginning of each season to get crazier, push harder to honor their show, and all the elements that make it such an addictive show for its fans: survival, horror, dark comedy, character drama. Okay, now it's time to vote. Which one is the lie?
All right, now we're on to round 6. Makeup head Jennifer Powell instructed her team to use varying degrees of dirt, tanning, and sunburn effects to differentiate the Yellowjackets' hierarchy in their burgeoning wilderness society. Worker bees versus who's boss, with Teen Shauna and Teen Nat presenting as the most cleaned up. Christina Ricci admits that it's tough playing a character who is the target of so many verbal jabs from her friends, especially after learning from the episodes how many terrible things her teammates are doing out there in the wilderness as teens. And yet she cites Misty's independence, her ability to survive the constant rejection and loneliness and find joy in her life as her favorite part of the character. And it's these types of characters that are her favorite to play. In colder temperatures, it's beneficial to move your campfire into a location inside a cave or possibly under a rock overhang to trap as much heat as possible and create better insulation. Now, which one of these was a lie? Let us know in the comments.
Round 7. Costume designer Marie Schley looked to the 1970s feminist land art as inspiration for the ceremonial outfits and garlands worn during the summer solstice rituals. The animals in Akila's pen were all temporarily named after fallen Yellowjackets, Jackie, Javi, and Laura Lee. But when Rabbit Laura Lee escaped and could not be found for almost 2 days, production reverted back to calling them by their trainer-given names to avoid potentially losing Rabbit Jackie, then Rabbit Javi in the following days. Steven Kruger was given 5 months advance knowledge of his character's demise, and this extra time allowed him adequate time to both prepare for it and also grow out that crazy beard and hair that you see in Season 3, Episode 1. That was all his own. Now it's time. Tell us which one is a lie in the comment.
Okay, now we're on to round 8. When on the lookout for suspicious plants that may cause skin irritation, like poison ivy, a good rule of thumb is to examine a plant's leaves. If there's 3, let it be. If it's shiny, watch your hiney.
Brady, look behind you.
What? What? Now, if you come across a bear in the wilderness, it's suggested that you make yourself big by waving your arms and using a firm voice. You should also make direct eye contact to further intimidate it. There actually is a bear out there, I think. You know what I mean? The kind of bear that goes to the eagle. Okay. Melanie Linsky recalls Sophie Nelise's incredible work in Key whenever she has a scene where adult Shauna has to go deeper or get crazier. All right, which one of these is the lie? Let us know in the comments.
Round 9. According to Dolbear's law, you can determine the outside temperature without a thermometer by counting the number of chirps a cricket makes within 15 seconds and then adding 40 to it. According to a faux vintage ad for Ozzy's ice cream, their most popular flavor from the summer of 1992 was Cotton Candyman Honey Crunch. Delicious. There has never been a case reported of rabies being passed from one human to another. So now it's time to vote. Which one is a lie? Please put it in the comments below.
That's a loon. No, I'm the loon. I'm the loon. Okay, we are on to round 10. According to costume designer Marie Schley, Melissa's Season 3, Episode 10 hunt disguise with the rabbit ears was affectionately called crotch face on set, while Hannah's blink and you miss it disguise was referred to as Mothra. For the hunt, makeup head Jennifer Powell and hair department head Florencia Ceped made sure to put multiple Yellowjacket survivors in braids and black ash makeup to sell to viewers that Natalie and Hannah would be able to pull off their outfit switch to Shauna. Craig Wedren and Anna Waronker discuss how the dystopian atmosphere of rain and ash falling from the sky in the wake of the Los Angeles wildfires in January of 2025 helped shape the melancholic tone of their Season 3 track Sleepwalking as featured in the season finale. Now, which one of those was the lie? You can tell us in the comments.
Round 11. Strong icy winds can cause frostbite of the cornea and freeze your eyelashes together. Melanie Linsky describes the day that she shot season 3 scene with Simone Kessel and Sarah Desjardins in the kitchen, where Shauna spots Callie wearing Jackie's necklace, as one of the greatest days of her life. She loved the chemical connection she and Simone shared in the scene. Natalie drew a waterfall on the south end of her map and added the text, "Check back in spring," underneath it. So tell us which one of these is a lie in the comments.
Okay, now we're on to round 12. How you guys doing out there? What's the ratio of you getting them right? We want to know. Let us know. All right, round 12. Cinematographer Michael Wally and his team used a helicopter to scout out locations for Natalie's hero moment atop the mountain in episode 10 of season 3. Okay, now, if you find yourself stranded in the middle of the wilderness, the most important thing to do first is secure yourself adequate food and water. But if you run out of water during a hike or a camping trip gone bad, you should never drink your own urine because it actually accelerates dehydration and introduces toxins into the body. Which one of those is not true? Let us know in the comments.
This is round 13. You can always count on snow as a good source of hydration if you're stuck out in the wilderness during the winter. Sophie Thatcher figures that by season 3, her character of Natalie is one of the few Yellowjackets left with any redeeming qualities. After reading the script for the season 3 finale, she sobbed with confidence that Natalie was still a really good person. The long communal table scene in the village was shot from above at one point in 12 Angry Girls and One Drunk Travis to evoke a coffin, a foreshadowing of Ben's death. Now, which one of these is a lie? Comment below.
Okay, round 14, friends. To inform her characters, Melanie Linsky uses a technique called dream work to connect to the primal aspects of the self via the unconscious mind. Yellowjackets director Jennifer Morrison hosted a watch party for the cast of the film 12 Angry Men prior to the shoot for episode 4 of season 3, 12 Angry Girls and One Drunk Travis. In a survival situation, foraging for food is a more effective, energy-efficient method of obtaining food rather than hunting for animals. Okay, so which one is the lie? Put in the comments.
Okay, this is the final round, number 15. In mountainous regions, an elevation of 8,000 feet is considered high altitude, and it will require gradual acclimatization, including the climb high/sleep low method, where you climb to a higher elevation during the day, but then you set up camp at a lower elevation before you sleep to avoid symptoms of altitude sickness. Anna Wallenker describes her and Craig's work composing the score, themes, and additional music for Yellowjackets as scary, stressful, emotional, disturbing, satisfying, yet also addictive. Supervising sound editor Brett Hinton revisited several sci-fi horror B films as well as Japanese monster films from the 1960s to inspire his multi-layered sounds that eventually became the mating calls of the fictional Arctic banshee frog, which I think I hear right now. Now it's time to vote. Is this a lie? Which one's a lie? Put it in the comments. Geez, that was exhausting, wasn't it?
Exhausting. I don't know how those girls did it out there for 19 months.
Either. What I don't know is how did I get back in this outfit? It
I don't know.
Exactly like
I don't
did
know how you did it, Doug. I don't know how you did it.
Somehow I did it.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that, and we hope that you are leaving comments right now to let us know which lies that we actually told, right? During that ridiculousness out there in the wilderness. Okay, now, what's coming up ahead? I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, but maybe some shorts,
Yeah,
maybe
for
something
sure.
better than shorts, maybe a caftan.
Maybe pants?
Caftan.
Actually,
Speaking of which,
yeah, speaking of caftan shorts and pants, we actually have a preview of our next episode for you now. And in that episode, we are going to be interviewing
Well, we thank you for joining us today. And again, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you all very much. Have a great week, whatever you may be doing. And stay hungry, friends. And we will see you then, back on the sack.
So in each round, we're going to tell you 2 things that are true and 1 thing that is a car.
the one thing's a car.
Which one is the lie, right?
Yeah.
2 truths and a lie. Am I saying that right?
15 rounds of 2 truths and a lie.
That'll make sense somehow.